Back, We Need Answers podcast. I got my guys in here. My man Speedy, we got Jones in here, we got Cortez in here. Like we always do, this episode is about fatherhood. That's what we gonna call this, the fatherhood episode. The purpose of this episode is not to down nobody in no shape or form, but we just want to shine light on other sides of fatherhood because we already know it's a stigma on black fathers always and fathers period. So it's always three sides to a story: your side, their side, and the truth. So we just gonna shed light on some positive and negative parts of it, and hopefully the whole purpose of it is just to get maybe some people look in the mirror, maybe some people reconsider how they moving in their situations, or maybe just reconsider just for the sake of the child or children involved. So me myself, I don't have no kids, but I learned from stories from all of these guys and other guys and themselves just about the trials and tribulations of parenthood, good and bad, certain different aspects, and it just makes me be more careful with that in a good way, not in a negative way, but just take your time. And starting off, I met Brian, Speedy, and me and Terrence introduced me to him. We had our Project Protect event a few years ago, and he was great. I was gracious enough for him to let us him tell his story about his trials and tribulations in life, and got up there and represented for our event, and I definitely appreciated that. Terrence, when I gave Terrence the idea I had for this episode, he first name he named. He said, "Yo, you definitely should get him on it. He know how I talk, and he got a similar situation." So he was definitely down with it when I brought it to his attention. Jones, my man, I met him through one of the people that's like my big brother, my cousin Day, and he became like a big brother to me as well years ago. Locked in ever since, and I seen this story from him firsthand, and y'all used to give me advice about different shit. This ain't other shit for real. So been a big brother and still a big brother to me. And Cortez, we met out in Eastern Shore. Used to call him Ute because he crazy like Saddam Hussein's son. We used to fuck with him. But yeah, my dog, we've been known since '07. I knew him, and I said that just like Jones, I seen his story from the beginning up until now, and like I tell people all the time, this podcast wouldn't be nothing without my guests. I use just knowing people and knowing just setting different lights on different situations for different reasons, and a lot of everybody that I have on this show might not even look at what they do as nothing special or not, but it takes somebody else to look at it and say somebody else can benefit from this, or it could be an even bigger situation, benefit in a positive way, and just turn something up. So going into it, I just want all the guys to share their story, and once again, like I said, it's not a situation where we bashing, because I definitely want to have one of our motherhood too as well, share their sides, and just some hopefully get some women on here to share their stories about just raising kids, or whether raising guys or women, females or males. I'm sorry. But, I just want to go down the line. We're going to start with Cortez and go around. Just share your story of fatherhood and how you got to where you are now with fatherhood.
Fatherhood started for me in 2010. My son came about, Scotland.
10 years old.
Yeah, he about to be 10 in June. Yeah, been a long 10 years. Me and his mother dealt with each other for a few years in the beginning, then things happened and it split up, and she was taking care of him. I go get him every single weekend. They lived out Bel Air, so that hike from Baltimore out to
Bel Air, Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay, not Bel Air Road, Bel Air, Maryland. That was a hike.
That's a distance.
Yes, it is.
Go get him every weekend. It was cool. Then until about 2 years, he was with me over the summer. Then she just straight said, he won't stay with you, and that was like last minute before school started, and probably like a couple days for all school started for real.
So she just told you, it wasn't a conversation like, I want him to come with you. It was just
like, yeah, he living with you from now on. So then I had to scramble around. Luckily, I got him in a private school, so that helped a lot. It helping him grow a lot and doing a lot better than he was before. So.
And he was 2 years old when this happened? You said, or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've
So
been
you
a
had
single
him
father
for 2 years?
2 years. So.
And she hasn't been in the picture at all? Or?
Nah, recently she just started to come back, but yeah,
But
2
those
years.
2 years she wasn't really,
Nah, not around that.
no contact at all?
Nah, she'd call him and straight get off the phone. That's about it. But
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy. They ain't putting no time in.
right.
Yeah.
That's it. When I hear stuff like that, that make me think a person don't want to be a parent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all for real. Like, you ain't showing no type of time. You ain't trying to put no time in. That's just like you doing something that's convenient.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
and crazy thing that you said that, I think it is. I think there are parents that, even the ones that's in the kids' life, that really don't want to be a parent. Like, they just, this happened and I know this is what I gotta do. But you know, at the end of the day, you still gotta be that. Like, that's what you signed up for. You might not have thought you signed up for, but that's what you signed up for.
That's a duty.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's the responsibility and the duty. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ain't no like what shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, you gotta stand on that.
Right.
And it ain't about you no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's another thing people don't realize, or a lot of parents don't realize, especially like our age. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36, but it's like we ain't old, so we kind of young having kids. And then our kids, once they get to that teen age, they getting closer to our age.
Right.
And a lot of parents are so immature.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Their
it's,
kids,
yeah,
your kids don't realize it like that.
Yeah.
Not immature. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like a free fall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Getting away with certain stuff.
That shit go from being a parent to y'all like homeboys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And that's balance, because you're supposed to have a good relationship with your kid, and that's one. Like, I got a cousin group text, and we talk about the effects of our parents, but just, you know, dealing with the trauma growing up, because they still stuck in them old ways of, I gotta beat you, or I can't talk to you about certain stuff because I'm not supposed to open up. But you gotta have that relationship with your kid. Like, it should be a relationship where we ain't homies, but
Right.
we should be able to talk. I should be able to talk to you about shit, and you should be able to talk to me. I should feel comfortable enough about it. But Jones, go ahead and share your story.
Became a father in 2006. My situation was cool at first.
How old was you?
Man, what that is? I'm 34 now. Like 22.
And how old was you, Cortez? I didn't mean it.
21.
Okay.
21.
I was like
21.
21.
Okay.
04. I think I was like 21.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, my situation was, I mean, it was typical for a man, you know, I mean, rocky with the child's mother, but it wasn't nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Until my son was around like, I think like 4.
Little Cam.
Yeah, so, I mean, his mom was going through her little stuff. She ended up dealing with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy basically was like, yo, I'm ready to move you.
Mm-hmm.
Shipped her up, moved her to Virginia. Guess she was like in the military or something like that. So me being a guy I am, like, I'm pretty sure all of us, I'm being our kid lives.
Mm-hmm.
Took her to court. Won my son over. I mean, I had my son for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
She was dipping in and out, but not nothing serious.
Mm-hmm.
So she came back, and of course it's crazy, yo. They just took my son back away. And by that happening, she hold that shit over our head, me and my son head. Like, I wasn't supposed to fight for my son for real.
She said you wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, basically that's how she carried.
They do it all the time, real quick.
Right, so it's like,
Easy.
oh, you was wrong. You should have just let me dip with your son. But I'm like, yo, if he been here all my life and I'm there all his life,
Yeah.
you just can't pick my son up and move
Yeah.
because you trying to chase what you chasing for real.
Right.
It's about the kid, like you said, Speed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, ever since then to now, 13, our shit is raggedy. Because,
You and his relationship?
yeah, because she always play off the court order. So the court order is this. You only can see him this time. She live in Virginia Beach. I'm like, yo.
Hike.
Right. My court shit set up as get to see him once a week.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, yo, how I'm gonna do that?
And he all down there.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, yo, it's one day at the yard, drive all the way up here on Friday.
Yeah.
We basically got to sleep over because he got to be back down Midway Point in Virginia, Newport News, by Sunday at 5. I said that gives me no time to be a parent to my son for real. So I'm an over the phone parent for real. For real.
You gotta use technology, FaceTime.
Yeah, but that's not like being
around
the corner or some shit.
Physical presence.
He get in trouble. I can't be like, yo, I'm coming to the school. I'm gonna talk to your teacher like I was before. It's like I hear through the grapevine.
Right.
And sometimes, well, not even sometimes, all the time, she don't even tell me. I gotta hear from yo, like yo, I got in trouble, whatever case may be. Then she like, well, you gotta do this. How the fuck I'm gonna do this from all the way up here and you down there?
Right.
You chose that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
But that goes to show you the lack in the thought process behind when the people that so-called have the right to make the rules of when you can see your child.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell somebody one day out a week is good? How you even put that on paper?
That
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Like, and then you know the situation before you make the decision. How you be like, oh yeah, it's cool. He can get his. They live in Virginia. You know, one day a week he be alright.
But I'm like,
it don't matter. He got to travel. That's crazy.
But I'm like, how you go from the kid is permanently with me for 2 years? They do a walkthrough of my apartment, see if the kid got a good. You know what I mean?
Living situation.
Right. That's all good. And you just like the judge tell me when I come to court out the rip, if you come in here to keep your kid, it's dead. Basically, you come in here and see how much time you can get to see your kid. Because he's going back with his mom regardless.
That's crazy.
So basically, what I got from this and from other situations, they always basically, the mother always right at
and so many,
90% of the time.
Unless the mother is
fucked up.
Right, on some drugs or some shit like that, they always feel the kid supposed to go with the mother. And I'm like, that shouldn't even be like that for real.
Nah, it definitely should.
That shit's unbalanced and it ain't enough for us fighting for our kids.
Yeah, because a lot of people give up.
Yeah,
a lot of people. I hear that a lot too. A lot of dudes just be like, whatever. But you, man, if you want that relationship, you gotta fight for that, and it's your child, so it's you have the right to fight for it. So
I mean, that shit easier said than done when you got the other party.
Yeah.
Don't know what the other party telling the kid now.
True.
It's like y'all playing tug of war with the kid for real.
Yeah.
And that shit gonna fuck the kid up in the long run for real.
Ain't gonna help nobody.
You know what I mean? Because I know when my son was with me, and I mean, not the bash or whatever, but every time she would call y'all, she would play the good parent shit. So if I'm trying to discipline y'all, he could
go to her for the
right for the fun time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's time for her to get him, oh, I'm gonna take him to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. But I know your father just said you was punished. So now the kid like, I don't want to be with my father. I want to be with my mother because shit easy. Yeah. But now that he at the age that he realized. Yeah, and now she can't control y'all. Yeah. So it's like, yo, you gotta get your son. Oh, 13.
Okay. Yeah, he up
so it's like, yo, get your son. I'm like, yo, what you want me to do now?
Yeah.
You gonna give him back?
Right.
So I can take him from here. He's a young adult to an adult for real. Know how
show him how to be a man. Yeah.
Right.
Because a man gotta show him.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, there's women that do that, but as a father, when the father's there, why not?
Right.
You know. So.
Got any motive? But go ahead, Speedy.
Yeah, go ahead, share your story.
Oh yeah, basically, you know, my story. Met my daughter mother through her sister. You know, everything was good. You know, we had
04, my bad. 04, 2004.
Yeah, 04. Okay. You know, we had everything was cool. You know, and then it was like a split in I guess things that was transpiring at that time. And I'm just gonna say, we both was young, how we went about things then. You know, but for me, I got tired of you dictating when I'm gonna see my child thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you just doing certain things that seem kind of spiteful to me. You know, and then when you, like you were saying, you want to do this and you telling your child that, and you know she should follow suit with that.
Right.
And then you doing another thing. That kind of broke it for me. So I'm like, you know what? I reached out to certain people, you know, kind of, I don't want to say build a case, but I had to put certain things in place. Got me a female lawyer, explained my situation, you know, did all my paperwork. Yeah, did all my paperwork. And just like how women do, I went the court route, you know what I'm saying? I was able to get custody of my daughter. You know, she's 15 now, but I never used that or held that over her head.
Like, I got my daughter.
Yeah, none of that crazy type stuff. It just was a thing like, look, this is what I gotta do so I don't gotta go through not being able to get my daughter when I want her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now, like, a little cordial now. Things is cool. You know what I mean? Because I just kind of do what I gotta do for my child. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And raising my daughter for all these years, I learned a lot about myself, and I see the significance, especially when you're a man with a daughter.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big.
You gotta instill certain things into them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we see the things that we've done at a young age to females, and if you're mature now, you look back like, oh no, I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So when females know they got a dude that want to be with their kids, whether it's a boy or a girl, you should allow that man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't hold back. If it's anything you got going on in the past that y'all ain't see eye to eye, either come to one another, let it go. Come to one another, look each other in the eye. Look, it's about our child.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we need to focus on.
Right.
And help one another accomplish raising the child, so your child don't go through the same thing that you're going through.
Yeah.
With that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With your baby mother. You know what I'm saying? Baby, whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's basically it for real. I got tired of you ain't dictating me, because it's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
I know it's a stigma that the child should go with the mother.
Mm-hmm.
But in all actuality, it really shouldn't be no split.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be no split at all.
Right.
So when it is that split, and we've been conditioned that, child should go with the mother.
Yeah.
Boy,
Automatically.
Automatically.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem lies at.
Yeah.
People gotta get past that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once we can get past that, everything will be good, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it should be, the kid should be in the best position to succeed, regardless of what parent it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the other parent should be like, yo, gotta be with you, because you better speak for him right now. I can't do it for real.
Yeah.
To the magnitude that you can.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
True.
but a lot of females, there's some out here that can do that, but a lot of them don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They feel like you taking the power from me for real.
Yeah.
Homie.
I'm supposed to have. I'm
It's
supposed
ego
to.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm supposed to tell you what to do.
Right.
When you, see your kid and all that stuff, but that shit's crazy though.
Yeah, it is. It is. So Cortez, going back to your story, as a young father, and it just happened, like yours basically happened abruptly, like that was unexpected. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was unexpected.
How was that feeling? Like once you heard that, like did you believe her, or you like I'm stop playing with me type of thing, or did you eventually it played out?
It was like yeah, I'm finally doing this, a good thing. Then it's like, damn, I got buckled down. I gotta get ready, because it just happened out of nowhere for real. So I really wasn't all the way ready for it, expecting it for real, because I always wanted my son to live with me. So it was just, let me just buckle down, get ready for it, and be a man about it.
But you knew that, like when she said it, you initially knew like she's serious, like
After the way I seen how that text came about, I was like, all right, yeah, she's serious.
So what was the effects on your son when that happened? Like, did you was it gradually or like eventually?
I mean, he was with me over that summer period, so he was already getting used to it. So,
but eventually, when she stopped coming or calling and all that,
he stopped asking, but I mean, he still would ask, and then sometimes he'd bring it up, like it'll get him sad and for real. So we had to talk about it, things of that. So.
Yeah. So what you think the effects of that did to you, like as far as maturity and things like that?
It helped me look at life a lot different from a child's perspective, like them seeing the parent. Like I went from seeing my parent every day to not seeing them at all. Then like they don't even call me or talk to me, but it just I think it has a real bad effect on them, like real bad.
Yeah, and then so now that he's back in contact a little bit more, has it been a change or?
Yeah, you can see a change in his attitude and the way he acted in school, because that's the way he get to show out at. So
he was acting out
a little bit. So the teacher would be like, "Oh, okay, I understand why you feel that way," stuff like that. So
okay,
it do translate in school.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen it myself too.
They can tell sometimes. Like something ain't right at home. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they young, when they like 4, like 3, 4, 5 sometimes, and something ain't right at home. It's like they be at school
attitude and all that type of shit. Yeah.
That's
I seen it.
That's the only free place they got to act out. Like,
Sure.
they can act themselves, so it's like school. I'm gonna do whatever I want, so they gonna find out one way or another.
Yeah.
So
What was your you seen differences in school, Jones?
I seen it from then to now.
What was it?
Back then when he was younger, like they're talking back to the teacher. Now he just little nigga wow.
For real?
Getting suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like he's basically reaching out for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the mom don't really see it.
Yeah. And we don't know how to do that at a young age. We don't know how to reach out at a young age. That's where behavior come from.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they be crying for help in that type of way.
Right. So how was it going? How did he feel about going to Virginia? Because that's a whole new ballpark, a whole area.
When he was younger, it wasn't no thing for real because I'm young. I'm gonna go with mine because mine be the fun parent.
Right.
Yeah.
But as the age he is now, 13, he can see the difference because he like I can't do nothing basically. I have no friends. This, that, and the third, and I can't really see you because she always up here.
Yeah. She don't never come in town, Baltimore.
No, she's always up here like that.
Oh, Baltimore?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I won't hear until they get back down.
That's crazy.
I was in Baltimore, Dad. I'm like, man,
Right.
why you ain't call me? Mother wouldn't let me call you, whatever. And I hit her. Yo, that ain't in your papers. Like, yo, you're here and I can't see him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, slide through, get him, take him to the movies or something. Y'all can have some quality time. I'll bring him back. He ain't got to sleep over with me for real.
Yeah.
But just to know the fact you're here and you go through all that. Just
not to let me
right.
Yeah, that
this
type
crazy.
of stuff like that, man. People don't realize how much harm it's doing to the child when you thinking that you're hurting the parent. You know what I'm saying? That be the thing. Like, you keeping your child is so confused. Like, what is going on?
Right.
You know, because these kids are smart. You know what I'm saying? Especially once they get up to that teen age, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, as far as my situation, I'm gonna speak a little bit about a certain thing. I would tell my daughter, look, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to instill certain things in her, like befriending people. You know what I'm saying? And talking to certain boys in a certain manner and not worried about having a boyfriend as a teen. You're gonna be putting yourself in a situation where a boy got a sense of entitlement over you off of a title.
Right.
You young, you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Then a mother will be like, Dad, what do you mean? They're gonna like people. They're gonna wanna have a boyfriend. It's cool what they're gonna wanna do.
Yeah.
Right.
But we gotta halt it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That can wait.
Yeah, we gotta wait. We every parent now should be on their child about whether it's the boy or girl. Don't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
Focus on this. You know what I'm saying? You losing sight. You lose sight of everything that's going on that you need to be learning because you focused on boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that type of stuff. Whatever we did back when we was doing it, if you still think that's cool for your kids in present day, you got
time
to
evolved.
Time evolved.
Yeah,
You got the Instagram and all that going on.
Social media and all that. Time
You
evolved.
know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's better when you got women out here. Like, I salute all the women out here that back dudes on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Without trying to make it like they the parent over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they above you because they telling the child to do something. You know what I mean? And then this I had to get to this child support thing.
Go ahead. How you
We
feel
got-
about? I want to hear all y'all
we
perspectives
gotta-
on this too.
We gotta switch it up. You know, we gotta get rid of child support, and we gotta get time support.
Okay.
If you ain't putting that time in, then you know they should be doing something to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should be. Oh yeah, you ain't putting no time in. You know,
Because
not say go to jail. You know, but you should be showing that you putting that time in.
Because
You know
correct
what
me
I'm saying?
if I'm wrong, the child support thing is they make it a money thing. It ain't really about.
Yeah, they make it a money
Yeah,
thing.
If
They
you
don't
fucked
care
up,
about the time.
yeah, if you
Right.
fucked
They don't
up,
care
but
about
you
the
put
time.
all that time
Yeah.
into it, it should
Yeah,
equate
come
to
up-
something.
We need to
Right.
come up with something about putting that time in
Yeah,
instead of putting that money in. Like that's a substitute for time.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need to come up with something like that. I need that to happen.
So how y'all feel about, cause we was just talking about how it's like a lose, like it feels like 90% of the winnings go to a woman when it comes to child support cases. How y'all feel like that could change? Like I know you said more fathers start fighting, but y'all really think it'll make a difference if guys really start stepping the game up when it comes to this? Cause like y'all said, a lot of people be like, whatever, like they going, I'ma lose anyway, and they fall back, but.
I would say so. See, it's all in the approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta kind of have facts about what's going on. Of course, you know it's gonna be that story and this story. So you gotta kind of
Had that paper trail.
definitely have that paper trail. You know, the text messages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you might have to have certain key individuals that know about what's going on to come
To back
tell,
up.
yeah, to back you up.
Yeah.
You know, that's not going to be afraid to worry about what somebody going to say.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, even if it's parents that's in that family, because a lot of parents don't be keeping it real. Like I was saying,
Right.
go to certain people and say, how much time you spend with your granddaughter?
Mm.
How much time you spend with your great granddaughter? You know, or great grandson,
Yeah.
or your grandson, and that tell it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They always got
Yeah.
them type of shit.
Yeah, always got them type shit.
Yeah.
But you feel like because of you, the mother, the sense of entitlement is there for you to be the controlling parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when it's all 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but a lot of dudes that got them problems about they can't see their child and they know that the mother is keeping them from them. Yeah, you gotta straight go to court. You can't be scared to do that. And it's crazy that you gotta do that though.
Mhm.
I don't even like the idea of that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That I'm going to
me
court
either.
for somebody to hear out our story to make a decision over us.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds
You know,
bogus
when
because
we
they
could-
don't really know.
When we could just be like, look, forget all that bullshit. That shit goofy. You know I'm the fucking parent. I'm the father. You the mother. You know what I'm saying? My time with the child is just as significant as yours. You know what I mean? And let the BS go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think a lot of people could look past I don't know if it's like a certain hate that people be having towards their,
Spitefulness.
yeah, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
all
Yeah.
really spiteful.
Yeah, I don't know if
Right.
that's it, but in 2020, gotta let that go.
Yeah.
For our kids,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because our kids looking at us like, man, my parents crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they geeking. I don't know what's wrong
And
with them.
it starts to create a normality. Like I mean, it is like 90% of the families, 85% of the families in the Baltimore or black families is one parent. 90,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's a normal. Like people,
Yeah.
and that's not supposed to be normal. It's supposed to be two parents in a situation raising a kid, and we gotta just kill that stigma, and we can't do it one by one. It gotta be as two people, whether you together or not. Like I mean, you ain't gotta be together to raise a child the right way. I mean, you can be not together and still raise a child and be fair, equal, and all that. So that's another thing that I wanted to touch on as far as the topic. So, question to all y'all, honest time.
Mhm.
A response from all of y'all. What do y'all feel like y'all had any part of how the situation played out at all? Any of y'all? Like, is it something that y'all feel like maybe if I would have did this, something would have been different? Ain't no right or wrong answer. I just want to know from y'all. Just looking back, because all y'all about almost 10 years in on all y'all. So
I feel like in certain, let me see. I think that the part I played in it is might be getting too mad, you know, like I think I used to get mad too much at her and not I think getting mad kind of got me out of character
okay,
and would make me say and
hurtful stuff.
yeah, say and do certain things and then be like, that's all right. Once I get my daughter, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Saying something like that. Once I get my daughter, and it's you know, it's out.
Fuel to the fire type
Yeah, I
shit.
think giving off the vibe like I'm a taker.
Revenge type shit. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna be on some, I'm gonna take her shit. When I get my daughter, you know what I'm saying?
So immediately she on some, oh no you not, I gotta battle you back type shit. Or no?
Not really battle me back, but wanna kind of put that distance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I guess put that distance on it.
Okay. I hear that. And Tez?
I mean, I think if I would have had a better relationship with her overall, over a long time period, but it was a short beginning relationship. I met her through a friend, a family member of hers, so maybe if the relationship would have been longer and consistent, yeah, it would have worked out better. But I mean, it's still working out as best as it can. I give her the benefit of the doubt if like she a woman, she might have been going through depression after the pregnancy and all that, and you had a baby, but so
That's that postpartum shit, right?
Postpartum
Yeah,
depression.
that's real.
Yeah,
So,
I heard.
Yeah, that's real.
You never know what somebody going through. So
True.
I just leave it what it is for her.
Sure. Conversation could be had though.
Yeah, I think I used to get mad and ain't want to have nothing to say. Like, don't worry about it, I ain't got no rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things. But looking back now, you know, I probably wouldn't change nothing, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't change nothing. You know, because I think we need to start, especially as single fathers. You know what I'm saying? We just need to start applying, wanting to really show that we want to spend time with our kids. I don't think it's enough of us. You know what I'm saying? And for the ones that even still do it, I honestly don't think that some chicks want they fathers to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be honest, but if more of us start really showing that we want to raise our kids and be in our kids' life, it'll make a difference. And I think women should help dudes help them to want to be in their child life. Don't bash them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show, like, talk to them. You know, like, look, you should be doing this. Because I don't know if any of them do. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think so. But I think that some women should help a dude out if they see that they need help. And when a dude is really doing what he's supposed to do, because it's not like you supposed to cheer him on or something, because it's your duty, it's your responsibility. It's not like no
like an extra.
Yeah, like an extra.
It's a part of the day.
It's a part.
You don't get awards for doing something.
Yeah, you don't get awards because we made the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think stuff might start changing.
It's strength in numbers. I think that's what you're saying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Numbers, yeah.
Us together builds a better foundation, and I don't mean together like being with each other, but us together builds a better foundation for the child growing up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Co-parenting way better than what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. This split and divide, and I should have the child. Now, granted, if you really can't take care of the child, then you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Definitely.
They should go to the other person.
They should go. Yeah, they should go to the other person more time wise, but not look at it like
I'm taking you.
Yeah, I'm taking you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From your child.
Right.
You know, taking your child from you.
What about you, John? You feel like there's something you could have changed in the whole process?
I do, because looking back at it, because I was younger, when she told me about the move, I was angry, of course.
Of course.
And I had,
rightfully so.
Yeah, and I had my son on the weekend, I think. And she told me that she was moving, like a Friday. Yeah, we moving, whatever. So I kept my son for a minute. I went to put the papers in, and I got her served.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably could have talked to her about it, because she felt like, I guess, betrayed, or I went behind her back, and we could have talked it out like grown-ups. That's the only thing I would have did different, for real.
Okay.
So because I feel like me doing that, it kind of put her in a position like, because after that, for a minute, she was on some, yo, you ain't taking my kid out this house. You gonna sit here with him, because I don't trust you.
Oh, okay.
You might try to do that shit again for her.
Yeah.
So it's the only thing I would do different.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Try to talk it out a little bit more.
Yeah. Communication is a big factor, and the whole thing for real.
And everything.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So So besides Cortez, I know both of y'all ended up having other kids. What did y'all say the difference from that was this a lesson learned as far as moving on to the other kid, having another kid, or was it like?
Oh no, I don't have no other kids.
Oh
no,
you only got one?
Yeah, I only got one.
Oh, okay,
I just
okay.
got a daughter. I would say that I'm in a lot of other kids, a few other kids' life.
Okay.
And not that I look at them like they're my kid.
Yeah.
But I just see that when you got the opportunity to instill stuff in kids, because that's what we gotta start doing. We gotta start instilling stuff, and we gotta start really putting stuff in their heads.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I take advantage of that. So I might say that I got some kids, but no, I just got one.
Okay. Well, Jones, moving you having another kid, was it like shit? You like, all right, well, this time I'm switching this shit up this time.
Absolutely, because look at it like I lost a lot with Cam for real that I supposed to been doing. So with my new son, and I'm with his mother, so I'm like, yo, and she was around during the time.
You was going through that.
Yeah, so she's saying all that, and I'm like, yo, and I always stress to her, even if we don't make it, you seen what I had to go through, and I don't want to go through that with you for real.
Yeah.
So that's like always doing the same.
It ain't working.
Yeah, and when it's time to discipline my son, even though he's not old yet, he's 2, we always sit down like, how should we handle this?
Yeah.
As far as anything.
Right.
And
That's
I mean,
what's up.
and I got
it's a way healthier situation.
right.
Yeah.
And like Speedy said, like I got little cousins that I help with them too because their father not around.
Yeah.
And I give them the same talks and speeches that I would give my own son.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm their father for real, but I'm a male figure in their lives.
Yeah.
And our kids and cousins, nieces, whatever, they need that for real when the other parent chooses not to step up for real.
Right.
Make a difference.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think that's very important too, because it's just like now, it's like you just see shit from a whole nother perspective now.
Right.
It's like now,
Yeah.
I'm in this position, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I don't want you to go down the same path or have to deal with none of that shit later on. So the more we spread this knowledge to everybody else, young men, young kids, whatever, like, nah, like, handle this shit different when you get older. And that's why I said, like, when I was saying about how I knew Jones was like, a lot of times when you was going through that shit, you like, yo, don't have your kids on such and such. And I get that a lot. I get that a lot. Like, a lot of people, like when I hear my cousins or guys venting, he like, yo, have your kids about one person. My father always told me that. Like, my father, he did his thing, and he had me, I'm his oldest. He had me at 25, and he got 2 other boys, but they was like back to back. But, he didn't really, the thing that he stressed to me a lot, and this is why I took my time, and he was always like, that's why it's important to have your kids by at least one, or try to minimize it as much, because everybody not raised the same way you raised.
Right.
So you might have a chick who had your kid this one, another one might have this kid, and they raised completely opposite. And that's one of the things that with my rest in peace to my little brother. That's one thing that I always like when I used to go see him. When he was locked up, I used to go see him, and I used to be like, yo, like, a lot of shit, like our communication, it could have been a lot different if we were brought up, not even the same way, but just like my father putting us together from day one. Cause I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm being vulnerable, like, y'all, I met my brothers when I was in middle school. And that was like, it never was a bad situation, but it's like you're learning someone at an age when they still learning themselves.
Right.
So it's tough. Like, and I don't hold no grudges against my dad about that, because he was young and he knows his faults. If he could have changed, he would. But it just was a tough situation, and that's why, if anybody that know all of us, we all kind of went different directions, and then we clashed, and then we had conversations. We'd come back, but we always had that bond. And when I used to go to visit him when he was locked up, it was like, yo, we gotta fix what was fucked up with our past. Like, he might have made a mistake how he did that, but we don't gotta keep continuing that. That's why now that he's gone, like, I make sure I dedicate a lot of time to his kids for real. So and so forth, and I'm going to continue to do that. But it's just it's just life is it ain't gotta be hard, but it's just crazy. Like all these type of stipulations, and the thing is, coming up in Baltimore and just coming up as a black man, a lot of this stuff is just like normal. Like you say this to another nigga, like, but shit, my shit worse. like and if you say to somebody else, like, what you crying for? Like my shit, I don't even know my parents, shit like that. But it's like we don't gotta keep continuing it. It's on us to like shut that shit down. That's why we have conversations like this, because it's on us to be like, you know, from here on out, we ain't gonna continue this shit. We gonna change the narrative on us. Like, if you gonna change the single father, the father that's not in the picture, this and so forth and so forth. So
if you're not in the picture, it's no reason why you're not. It's like if you're not in the picture, I need some type of pretty good goddamn reason why you're not. Unless you behind goddamn bars, you know what I'm saying? But if you out here moving around freely, you should be in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Because all that, she won't let me see my child stuff, that kind of, you know, used to fly back in the day. But now, I ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? Put
you
yourself,
want it, you want it.
if you want it, you gonna be in your child life, especially once they get to a certain age. You know what I'm saying? And then if the mothers is really doing that, I just need to know, how could you feel like that towards somebody not to know that they need to be seeing their child? You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
I need to know, like, because I done had some times where she used to want to keep my daughter from me, and I just used to be like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What is it that I really did to you? You know what I mean? For you to want to not let me have or see or spend time with my child. You know what I'm saying? Really to hurt you.
I'm piggybacking off what you said a little earlier. So some dudes not cut out to be a parent. Because like you said, once you had that kid, your life basically, it's basically, you know what I mean, about that kid for real. You can't be like, oh, fuck the kid, I'm ready to go out. Nah, you gotta make sure that kid's straight before you do anything for real. And a lot of guys don't do that. They still putting their lives first for real, taking trips and shit, and your kid might be needy for shit. You know what I mean? You like, oh nah, the mother got him. I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? But that shit selfish to the kid for real. Especially if you pop up here and there for real. Like you say you got a daughter. I mean, if you was to pop up here and there, your daughter is like gravitating to you. And then when she call you, you ain't around. She's like, damn, where my father at? He's in and out for real. You her first boyfriend, male, whatever the case may be. So you gotta show her, like you said, I mean, how to go about these other little young dudes coming up for real.
Yeah, but I wasn't going for it. I'm like, because I knew how I wanted to raise my child, you know what I'm saying? And I know how this world is out here. You feel me? So that in itself, I'm like, no, I gotta prepare baby girl as best as I can. I ain't lacking, you know what I'm saying? I don't care so much if I was not able to do nothing for my child financially, let's just say.
You said time.
You know what I'm saying?
Time is everything.
Yeah, time is everything. What you show them, what you talking to them about, sharing your experiences. Like I tell my daughter all the time, look, you already got the cheat codes on life, not to make certain mistakes. You're not going to be perfect, but you use my life, use your uncle's life, use your whoever above you or before you to look like, nah, I know I shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. You know what I mean? And if most of us start seeing that if we put that time in, talk to our kids, not just do stuff with them, but talk to them, instill certain things in them. Not only try to make them street smart or whatever that's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Really teach them.
Teach them how to approach certain people and certain things and handle people out here. Like with these kids out here bullying and wanting to fight all the time. That's because ain't nobody at home telling them, look, why are you messing with people? You know what I'm saying?
You get the wrong person.
Because that was never cool. That was never cool in any time frame. It was never cool to bully or even, you know, go at people that
something ain't right at home.
So going on by you being a father of a daughter, did the Kobe situation kind of bother you a little bit? Did it hit home for you?
That killed me. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause in my mind, I'm saying like, dang, if I was in that situation, I can't really say what I would do or how I would feel in that moment. But just giving like a hypothetical, I would be like, damn, how can I save my daughter even if I gotta die?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
tough.
just, you know what I mean? Cause, and I know it happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I don't even know how my mind would start
Thinking.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, we really we going down? Like,
and to look at that bond was just like unreal. Like, it was just.
Damn. And it was so unexpected, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what I would do without my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, losing people, it all affects us in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But when you lose your child,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or a child lose their parent, it's like, I feel like kind of like, damn, like everything is gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my purpose, like, you know how they be like, we got a purpose in life?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, damn, what my purpose is now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Part of me gone.
yeah, like, I don't even know. I think I'd just be sick, like, you know, I don't know. That did hit hard, though. That really hurt for real.
Yeah, because it hit people without kids, but I think the magnifying part of it is just the father-daughter thing. Like, that was just tough.
Yeah, you know, because when you're a man, especially with a daughter, if you don't tell your daughter at an early age or you already know your child is beautiful to you, but if you don't express that certain type of stuff, when they hear that from somebody else, they gonna think it's the best thing in the world. Oh my God,
right.
He said I'm pretty.
You
know what I'm saying?
That's real. I never thought about that. That's real.
If you ain't doing certain things or putting certain things in your, I call it instilling certain things in our kids.
Right.
When they see it from elsewhere or something like that come at them, they like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the best thing they ever heard. Yeah. Where it's just regular. It should just be regular.
Right. I talk about, that's crazy you said, because I talk about this a lot too with affection. Like, when like I said, the family group text, we was talking about how, like, you don't really hear I love you or get hugs from your family, but you don't really realize that. I didn't realize until I was older, like, damn, my mother ain't really say I love you that much. And then, like, getting hugs, like, when you, it's like I remember one of my cousins said, like, because my grandmother raised her, and she was like, when I went to college, my roommate would give me hugs. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's like, no, like, I had to realize, like, this is how people show affection. Like, this is how you show that you love someone. And it's like, growing up, you know, everybody broken households and shit like that. Even in the households is not broken. Like, when you don't get those type of affections, it's like, it's abnormal to you. And this is supposed to be like, this is what you're supposed to tell your kids. I love you. Like, give them hugs and express that shit to you, so that way they don't, like you said, feel shocked. Because it's like you saying, like, if male or female, if somebody tell me if I ain't never expressed that or feel that, and the chick be like, oh, I love you, I might fall for that shit. Bitch might put me in a trick bag. But it's like, damn, you love me, I don't hear that.
I tell my daughter, you know, you 15, and these little dudes out here, they be saying all types of stuff. You know, and I let my daughter, if you texting a boy, and he say anything that you know nobody ain't supposed to talk to you like that, you got to check that on the spot.
Right.
Don't think he's saying nothing slick.
You
know what I'm saying?
Way to keep going there.
You know what I mean? You give him a pass. Nah, we checking stuff right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we know we respect that more when the girl do that. It's like, oh, I can't come at it this way.
Right.
So I gotta change my approach.
Yeah, like I say, when we was young, whatever age, 14, 15, 16, we was doing certain stuff and saying certain stuff. If you think that's cool now, you need to get checked. You know what I'm saying? You need to check your mind or whatever is going on because it ain't cool. You know, and as a single father, and having my daughter for so long, you know, and like people know me, a lot of people know me, know what's going on, and they know how long I had my daughter. I think that it showed me if I don't apply certain stuff in her life, you know, and help her realize what's going on out in the world, she'll be lost when she get to that age to go off on her own. You know what I'm saying? Try to stress certain things. Look, worry about Maya. Try to figure out what you want to do with yourself. You know, if you ain't meeting people that want to level up in life, they might not be the person you want to be around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying every person gonna be able to
Boost you up.
yeah boost you up, but try to choose certain people wisely.
And pay attention.
Yeah, and
Add
pay
value
attention
to your life.
Yeah, to add value to your life, because people out here, they will use you up.
Hell yeah.
They use our kids up because they ain't getting taught at home to treat certain people a certain way. And if you going for it, it's like, dang, I ain't doing my job. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't doing my job. If, you know, and our kids not always going to do everything we tell them.
Yeah.
You know, because once they get to a certain age, they're going to start making their own decisions like we do. You know, and I try to tell my daughter, look, if you make a mistake or you do something wrong, I ain't going to beat you. Like, because a lot of people, like how you talking about they discipline. You gotta have a psychological edge over your child, especially the single mothers raising little boys. If you don't got a psychological edge over him, you kind of really don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't
You know
gonna
what I'm
respect
saying?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just be like, look, we gonna whatever you do wrong, we gonna assess the situation and figure out how not to do that again.
Yeah. Cause
You only need to make a mistake one time.
Right.
You know?
And learn from that.
Yeah, and learn from that mistake. Don't make that mistake and then make that mistake again, and then it became a habit for you to be making mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a big thing that being a single father I was keen on too. You know, trying to make sure I'm teaching my daughter how to do this, how not to do this. Don't make the mistakes I made. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people get you out of character. She just had a little situation in her school, you know, that he say, she say type of stuff. Don't, you know, because our kids now, if we don't tell them not to worry about what people saying and really tell them, look, don't worry about what nobody's saying about you. Whatever they think about you, that's what they think.
Yeah.
That's on them.
Right.
You know yourself. You know what I'm saying? We got to stress that too. Especially, like I said, being a single father, you know, stress everything to your kids. Try to put them in the best position where the mother looking at you like, oh yeah, he doing right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I respect him. Because I don't think a lot of chicks got respect for dudes when it come to them raising their kids too. That's another reason why they don't
big
like,
one,
you know what I'm saying? They don't got no respect for them.
Yeah.
Y'all got respect for dudes. 'Cause I guess they might not be showing nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
What's some of y'all biggest like lessons y'all feel to teach y'all sons? Like what's if y'all didn't some that y'all giving or some that y'all plan on giving, like biggest lessons?
Biggest lessons? Just know what you want to do in life. I feel like I wasted a lot of time just working jobs, just stuff like that, just miscellaneous stuff that I could have not had happen and not did this and
Don't be thinking everything slick,
Right.
Lord dudes. Don't be thinking certain shit's so slick.
Yeah.
You know? You feel me?
Yeah. What you say, Jones?
Yo, be a leader, yo. I mean, you don't have to follow what you think is trendy. That's the
What
thing.
I'm saying, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, they like, it's cool to be smart
Yeah.
and to know what you want out of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, like, when I was coming up, I was the class clown. Getting suspended and all that shit. Looking back now, like, yo, you could have did something else.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit longer for real to figure things out, but I be trying to install in my son now, like, you're smart. Be smart.
Yeah.
Whoever ain't rocking with you on that, don't worry about them for real.
Let them be.
You know what I mean? Because you gonna look back on them and their life might be fucked up and yours gonna be good for real.
Right.
Because you kept your head on your shoulder. Of course, you gonna get in trouble. You gonna do some things because we ain't perfect.
Right.
Right.
But keep your eye on the prize for real.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell them.
Absolutely. And you gave all yours basically. You said so you said that. So going forward, like do y'all feel like it's something that is it still a well, Jones, I'll say with you and then because you said that things is working well still speaking on you, but still like going forward, what do y'all want the complete outcome to be of the situation? Like how do you want it to be at the end? Like
at the end,
not at the end, but going forward, how do y'all want the relationship to prosper with the other parent?
Right.
That's what I mean.
I just want more communication, just better between us and the child, and raise him to be the best man he can be. That's all I really want.
Be more in the picture.
Yeah, that's all I really want.
Yeah.
Same thing for me. More time.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of like worrying about the money aspect, so much of the money aspect and the why shit can't go down for real. You know what I mean? So
For me, I just want you to, you know, I just want you to just be a mother. Be a mother so my daughter can know how to grow to be a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
That's really it.
That's real.
You know?
That's real. You feel like she doing that?
In a sense, but not the way, you know, I can't really say how she should, you know, but in a sense I don't really think so. You know, I think, you know, she lets her get away with certain stuff where she shouldn't, you know, and that, like how he was saying, the old mommy fun.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hard, you know, not really so much hard on her, but,
Yeah.
you know, when certain stuff happen and I get on her, she want to go to mommy.
Because she can get the pacifier type of shit.
Yeah.
My father told me growing up, he said it a lot.
Pass.
I didn't get it back then. He was like, yo, because my mother was the hard up one. Like my father never really disciplined me at all, but he never really had to, because I was always like, I was cool around him. Like he would just holler at me when I would fuck up in school and shit like that, or in the house. But my mother like a sergeant, like everybody know my mother. She like, no, you're not doing this, not doing that. Like I didn't really, I got a big family, so I ain't really get like friends until I got to high school. And I ain't really had friends that I kicked it with until probably like maybe 10th, 11th grade. But I used to always look at other people's families and I'd be like, dang, like they spend the night and all this shit like that. My mother wasn't going for none of that. But my father always used to say, like, you'll appreciate it later. Like, just listen, like, you'll appreciate it later. And when I thought about it, I was like, you're right. And cause I seen, you know, when you see people parents, and not judging them or nothing, but if you see people parents, like you might got the parents who hang out, party and shit when the kid like home and all that other shit, and you be like, oh damn, like I see the difference. Not saying nothing wrong with it, but you know you got the ones that do that and don't take care of home.
right.
You can do that when you take care of home, but then it's the ones that do that and then they don't take care of home. And I used to be like, okay, I get it now. I see what you meant. Yeah. But like I said earlier, like it also comes to the point of communication, because I can have conversations with my father that I can't have with my mother. Because she's like that. She's hard up. Yeah. She never thinks she's wrong. Yeah. Like she's very stern.
Stuck in her ways.
Yeah, very stuck in her ways. And her whole, you know, all her siblings are the same way because of how they was raised. I mean, came up a rough household, parents getting high, shit like that, and hella kids. You know, back in the 70s and 60s, you know, everybody had hella kids. Having one or two is like foreign.
I mean, I would say where things were, it's way better now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that goes hand in hand with what I was saying about the beating shit. Like, I feel like, you know, every household is different, not to frown upon that, but I feel like a lot of it's like, even when I hear about certain people disciplining kids as far as physically, when it's not necessarily necessary, it's not like, it makes shit worse. It's a fear instead of respect.
Right.
You want your kids to fear and respect you, but you want respect more than fear, though.
Right. I'm gonna tell you a fact about beating kids, especially the women that beat their daughters. The only thing you do is make it so if a child, your kid age hit them, it's not gonna affect them because you hit them. Right. That's it. Yeah. Beating your kid ain't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna get immune to it.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna cry. Then you start looking at it like, and then they say you can't beat your kid anyway. You going to jail.
Yeah.
Ain't no more discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the discipline comes up here.
Right.
It's still in certain things in the talking to them. Psychological edge.
Big. I totally agree, and that's what I was saying. Like,
yo, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
I understand what you're saying about the psychological edge, because I know a chick, she going through it and her kid's not dead, and she got a boy and a girl, and it's like she can get through to the little girl, but the boy, she always like, I need a stern man there. I'm like, nah. Yeah. Like in some aspect you do, but like you say, you gotta be psychological about that, because now you feel like, oh, that's my little boy, and of course, just like you having a daughter, you gonna be like, oh, it's my daughter for real, but you gotta still give both of them that same treatment for real.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't treat one different
And
than
from the
other.
door too, like a lot of people feel like they do that, change that shit up later and it'll work, but it's like, nah,
you gotta
I'm
do that shit
already,
from now,
I
for
know
real.
what's up now. Like
Yeah.
kids ain't dumb, they know what they can get away with.
No, I'm good.
It instills some type of little sense of fear.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you ain't talking to them and telling them, you know,
It's just
explaining it to them,
a bondage
especially why you beating them. Yeah, it's just
Right.
beat their ass, they gonna stop doing it.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna do it again.
It don't help at all. It really don't.
Yeah, it don't
really
help.
Don't. It
It don't
really
help.
make a bondage on a situation, and you don't want that because when they get older, it's like they don't fuck with you.
I don't
or,
want to talk to you.
Yeah, they ain't gonna fuck. They don't like
Right.
same with me and my brother. Like love my mother to death. And I hate when I do this because I feel like I be drilling on my mother, but I be like, it's hard to communicate with them when they like that because it's like, yo, if you just realize if you could talk and you can just take ownership, I'll take my ownership, and we can hash it out and we move on and we change how we moving forward, then that'll make a whole big difference instead of you saying, no, I don't agree, I'm not this, I'm not that, and it just create a whole...
Therapy helps a lot.
And that's I was about to say that, but a lot of old heads don't fuck with therapy because they stuck in the old ways. They scared of that shit. They don't want to hear their truth.
Therapy,
it'll help me.
Yeah, we definitely need it. We need it, and I preach that shit a lot. But them older people, because they, back in the day, you don't talk about shit.
No.
You don't talk about what's in the household outside, and they really still stuck in that. But it's like you said, it's a new day and age. And if you want shit to change with your family, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like you gotta make sacrifices.
Right.
And that's what help that shit. And it's because back in the day they was going through a lot worse shit than what we going through. Like the drugs was real heavy. The abuse was real heavy. All that type of shit. So especially with that, them demons, they don't really be trying to conquer this. They don't be trying to conquer them demons for real.
I mean, them drugs is still heavy though. Now.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just another form of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back then they was really strung out though.
Yeah.
It was really strung out, and that's another thing though. Those lines of communication with your kids too. That I think I had to adjust on that too with raising my daughter is. Don't make her feel like she can't come to me to tell me anything and talk to me.
That's
You know
gold.
what I'm saying?
That's key.
Yeah,
that's key. You should be the one that they come to.
Yeah,
Like no problems.
Come to me. I don't care with it. Don't never think you can't tell me nothing. I don't care with it. I don't care if you feel like you embarrassed by it. Look, tell me.
Yeah, because that's
I'm here for you.
Yeah, and that's what we should be going to. We should be going to our parents and shit like that, and the kids should be coming to us because who else to get that information from? Like you going outside of that, like you supposed to go from to the key, like the house, like the mother, the father. That's what you really supposed to holler at for real before you go anywhere else. But until that situation is corrected, that shit just gonna create an issue. But in closing, if we wrapping up, I thank all y'all for sharing y'all stories and being vulnerable with all this stuff. And like I said, I want to get a woman's episode where they do the same thing and hear us out and share that input.
We can revisit this again. And
we will.
All I'm going to say to all the women out there that's watching this, don't never think that dudes really feel some type of way to you. You give a person the reason to make them feel like that if you're not trying to let somebody see their kid.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah. And that's anything y'all want to say in closing?
Communication. That's the biggest thing. Communication.
Look at all that stuff that happened between y'all and how you, especially if the guy wants to be in the kid or the child's life.
Yeah.
Kids or child life.
Yeah. And if the guy is ready as well, and I would say just y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I would say if he's ready because a lot of dudes say that and then they still be on their shit. But at the same time, I know I'll tackle this with the women's episode, just like I know situations where for whatever reason a nigga might fall out the picture and don't fuck around, didn't expect to just come back and just swoop the kids up on some shit like that. And that's not, I feel like that's not okay. Because one, then you also gotta realize what you putting your child in. Like they might be happy to see their parent. And then it's like you'll come around, but then you ghost again.
Right.
Yeah, you ghost again.
That's just fucking the kid up more.
Exactly. That's just creating. So, and I think that's another thing a lot of guys do. They get in that position, and then they get to them points when they feel like, I gotta do this and try and do that. But then it's like, you ain't let me, so fuck it, I'm gonna just keep falling back. But it's like, nah, you gotta understand that these kids, especially when they get older, because they can get to the point where I ain't fucking with you, but you know, my mother want me to make this relationship work. So it's like guys gotta just hold themselves accountable too as well. But for the ones that's doing what they trying to do and to do it the right way, like, you know, we just trying to kill that epidemic.
Don't just love your child, care about them.
Exactly.
If you care about them, you ain't gonna be doing that.
Exactly.
That's basically it.
We try to kill that stigma of fathers not being in the picture. Like we
definitely voice their own opinion about you when they grow up anyway.
Exactly.
So
So guys is in the picture though.
Do your best you can.
It's a lot of us in there.
Yeah. So with that closing, if y'all want to shout y'all social media out and all that, what y'all got going on, anything, y'all can kick it in. I say the last time I said somebody told me I never shared mine. I'm Titty Boy, TITTY_boy_ Instagram, Twitter, and the We Need Answers podcast page on IG. You can get all the information. Y'all can share anything.
I ain't really big into the social media like that for real, but mine is Mr. Ones That Pass, MISSDUHDAT1 Pass, PAST. That's basically it for real. But I don't even be accepting people. I done had the same 200 something.
But I always going on. I always say this just in case anybody will feel like they might like, yo, I want to holler at you because you gave a good point on your episode, shit like that. So that's why I like to share. And Jones share your workout shit too. Like you gonna put all your shit on there.
Get fit_Jones. That's about it. You come there, you gonna see all workouts. That's it.
Cody Lowe.
I'm at Cody Lowe on IG and Twitter.
Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this, and like we said, we gonna do this again, and we gonna do one with them ladies as well. We gonna try to make this a series because we just trying to bridge the gap with all this type of shit and make everything.
After you do one with the ladies, do a combined one.
That's what my plan is. You know what I'm saying? That's my plan is. That's what my plan is.
It ain't no battle of the sexes.
Yeah,
you know what
we trying to figure out how to make this shit work. Yeah, we trying to figure out how to make this shit work as much as possible, and hopefully everybody that hear both and all the episodes can, you know, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, all right, yeah, I get it now. I can hear this, because a lot of us, we as men, we can admit sometimes we don't do the best communicating to our partners or the people.
Always
period.
things you could have did better.
Yeah, so if anybody, even if one person hear any of these episodes and be like, okay, I'll reconsider our move, I think we did a good job. So I think so. With that being said, we closing out We Need Answers podcast. Hollywood.